Okay, so all right, so what did he say? As we're gonna build, we're gonna create this capture page, right? And we're gonna talk about the psychology of it, all right? And we're gonna have this done in 10, 15 minutes. So he said his result was he helped people pay out $3.1 million, right? And he wants to, he's an internet millionaire that's looking to help thousands of people more. So to make this congruent, right, with that particular sales page, because we can build two different capture pages for this, right? Or we can build multiple capture pages. Obviously, you got to test and tweak it. So what when you're marketing a headline, guys, this is so powerful. And I've learned this from a multimillionaire. And they say that always market the result. Okay, so a lot of people want to market problems, right? And there's nothing wrong with marketing problems because it can help, but you get more quality people when you market the result of what you think that market wants, right? So it's how to get 50 leads per day, right? So if when you say how to get 50 leads per day on Facebook or whatever, that's you're probably going to get a high quality of people. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're looking for 50 leads a day.
They're looking for solutions. When you advertise the problem, it becomes a wine fest.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that you can't say, "Hey, are you struggling?" Blah blah blah, because that does work too. But you tend to kind of attract. You're right, Emily. You attract more whiny people when you just push the button on result, like result, result, result. Um, then the people that are gonna be looking at that are gonna be like those people. If they opt in their email, they are buyers. They may not buy right then and there, but you have got them. Does that make sense? Right? Pretty simple.
Yeah.
So let's walk through this process of the capture page. So let's see. I have used almost all of these capture pages. So to be congruent with iPass, I would actually probably use this one. Hold on, let me think about this for a sec. Um, I might use, where's it at? I might use this and I might put a picture of myself in here. Um, we could do the fake out page. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Hold on. Where's that at? I'll show you. Okay, so I love these two capture pages right here. I love video squeeze pages. I think they're very powerful. They convert very well for me. When someone really opts in to information on a video squeeze page, they most likely are highly interested for the information, right? But then you have the fake out one, which I love this one too. So what do we do? When Katie's sitting in her office and she's like, okay, I'm writing out headlines, right? I got my notebook right next to me, and I'm just building this all on the fly and just throwing it out there. Why? Because I can. I don't care if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I just throw it out there, right? I've made thousands of dollars from the ugliest capture pages ever. So here's the thing. Okay, so let's do this. Now this is a fake out video page, right? So when they click it, it's going to go straight to an opt-in form, right? It's not going to be a video. It's just a fake out thing. So All right. Free video. Uh, Internet millionaire. Okay, I'm writing this out. Internet millionaire. Internet millionaire seeking to partner with now I'm just starting from scratch, right? And then I build upon that. Internet millionaires seeking to partner with people who wants to double his payouts of 3.1 million. Okay. Let's just start right there. Okay? And stop. Let's think about this for a second. Now I'm going to come back to you guys. Hold on. Set away. Let me stop this for a second. Okay. All right. So let's build this, right? Let's build this from scratch. And you guys can use this as well, right? You guys can use the same thing as well. So if you now you think about what would attract you to a capture page, right? And this is what I want to talk about. When I think about a capture page, or when I opt into something, right? Typically, a lot of the things that I want to opt into is, you know, how to get more leads, how to all that kind of stuff, right? Mine's more, I'm always thinking traffic generation. That's where I'm at. But think about that person that they're looking for a system, or they want to make money online, or whatever that is. Because remember, even though you know a lot, and even though you've struggled, or you have whatever problems that you have, right? It doesn't matter, because what matters is what they are looking for, right? So would that attract you? Internet millionaire seeking to partner with people who wants to double his payouts of 3.1 million. Would it attract me? Yeah, because I am attracted by money. It would. I'm not gonna lie, right? But that's me, right? Sometimes people might personality type these capture pages. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you want to look for someone that wants to get information about what a system that you have that's congruent with the message, right? So we could keep it simple, like the $50,000 a month blueprint to the $50,000 a month blueprint revealed in 5 simple steps. Isn't that what this is? $50,000 a month blueprint, and they have to fill out 5 steps, right? There's 5 steps to fill out this system, right? Is that congruent with the video? Yes. So what can we do right now? Like what's Katie thinking? Like, right, what is Katie thinking when she's in her office by herself? I'm like, I'm gonna do 1 on this one, and I'm gonna do 1 on that one. That's what I'm thinking. And so what do I do? Okay, well, let me show you what I'm gonna do. Let's go back to sharing. Let's go back to early pages. So, free. The 50,000 a month blueprint formula revealed.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you.
The $50,000 a month blueprint revealed in 5 simple steps, in 5 strategic steps. Okay. Free video. The $50,000 a month blueprint formula revealed in 5 strategic steps. 5 simple steps. I don't know. Whatever. Here's the question. Would you opt into that?
Yeah.
I would, because I think like an engineer, so the blueprint caught my eye.
Okay.
Dollar amount.
All right, cool.
I like free video.
Anything free.
I'm a sucker for free videos.
Amen, sister. Okay, so I always get rid of phone number. I just do email, guys. It increases your odds for opt-ins. I know a lot of people like to add the name, but we'll talk about this part of the form in a second. We need to get to this part. Wait, no, hold on. Edit. Click here to, actually, you know what I would say? Send me free video now. That's what I would say right there. Too many options. I would hide that. I would keep that there, actually, because I actually like that. This is a free service and no credit card is required, which is true. But I would change that. This is a free video. And no credit card, because there's no credit card required to watch the actual video, right? If they want to take the next step and do the trial, then they got to pay the $7. That's different. I would hide this. I would hide that, and I would hide that. I don't want there to be too many options on this page. So, all right, here you go. The $50,000 a month blueprint formula revealed in 5 strategic steps. 5 simple steps. I don't think they're simple, so I don't want to say simple. I'm just saying, you know, I'm thinking about that person opting in. We could say unique steps. And 5 secret steps.
Strategic is good. I mean,
unique. You like that word better?
well, no, I said I think strategic is good because it's all strategy, isn't it?
It is. You're right. It is all strategy. Okay. All right. So 5 strategic steps. Opt-in form. You can change the picture if you want. Like you could put, like you have that picture there. So here's what I'm going to do really quick. Katie knows, right? So let's go back to here. Let me copy that again. Let's watch this again.
Last year, I helped a very small group
Command
of people
Shift
earn over
4.
$3.1 million. A lot of them had never even made a penny online before. And this year, I want to help thousands more, including you. Now, if you don't get to the end of this video, I can't help you. But if you do, you're going to leave here today with a $50,000 per month method, risk-free, guaranteed.
I missed it.
Don't believe me? Well, then keep watching.
I was always looking for a system that will allow us to stay home with our kids. The first month we applied it.
Cancel. Hold on.
Wait, this
Hold on.
wait. This is my final
No.
offer to you. I don't want.
Butt face. Hold on. All right. So here's what I want to catch.
Last year, I helped a very small group of people earn over $3.1 million. A lot of them had never even made a penny online before. And this year, I want to help thousands more, including you. Now, if you don't get to the end of this video, I can't help you. But if you do, you're going to leave here today with a $50,000 per month method, risk-free, guaranteed.
All right. Let's see if I got it.
Well, then keep watching.
I was always looking for a system that will allow us to stay home with our kids. The first month we applied it, we generated $57,000 a month. The
Okay,
second month,
that's
we
good
did
enough for
over
me.
$63,000.
And then I got involved in the system, and in the first 3 weeks, I was able.
All right. That's good enough for me. What's Katie going to do? Because that video is, this picture is going to be congruent with the next video, right? You guys following me?
Yep.
So I'm going to upload it. I'm going to go over to my desktop. And this one. Still uploading. Here it is. Boom.
Oh, awesome.
See that? All right. Now all I got to do, add in the opt-in form, enter your email address below and get free instant access. It's 100% free. Click here to see this formula now. Wait, click here to see this blueprint. Okay, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say information will be sent to email shared above. That's a Vic Streishouse strategy. I am going to integrate, obviously, with my Aweber or my GetResponse if I want. Find my opt-in form that I want to do it with and customize the form. Ah! Oh, shit. I realized that one is, let's use this one. Okay. Okay. Click OK. Boom. Save. Exit pop-up. Yes. Done. Boom. Publish. Save. Hold on. Here we go. Boom. The 50,000 a month blueprint formula revealed in 5 strategic steps. Very congruent with the headline, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Go straight to the iPass thing. Probably would do pretty good with conversions. You at least got to capture the email. You set up the Aweber form that goes to the iPass link. You know, obviously I would have integrated that. I mean, I can do that if you guys want me to. Maybe while we're here, maybe I'll do it just because I know some new people would like to see this as they come on board. But that's it, guys. I mean, and then I would set up a different one, right? A different, you know, another capture page, and then what you got to do is just test it.
Now, Katie, on your lead pages, are you using the SEO tags at all on your sales pages?
Yeah, are you talking about like with the tracking and stuff?
Yeah, where you can put in a page title, description, and keywords.
Yeah, no, because I get frustrated with lead pages with that. I do.
Okay.
So I just kind of go about my merry way because I just want to get my capture page up.
Yep.
Do you?
I was curious if it made any real big difference or not, how that was.
You know, honestly, you know who you want to ask is an Asian, Lawrence Tam. Go ask him. He'll. You could probably even tag him on that question. He wouldn't mind answering that. So is that helpful? I mean, I know you guys have made capture pages and stuff, but is, you know, to link your iPass, and then you just got to test it, right? So that's really the ins and outs of how I think inside of my office. Now, let's do this. While we're here, which I know some of you guys know how to do this already, but we're here, so, and we're gonna use this video for newcomers. So I'm gonna go inside of my Aweber. So how do we attach the real the one thing about Aweber is that you have to make sure okay, so let's say we want to create a new list for iPass. So we create the list, right? And I'm doing this from scratch, guys, for purposes of other people being able to watch this. You always want to make sure your company name is your name. You always want to make sure that a company website, like there's some kind of domain. So either the iPass link should go here because it's going to go for this particular list, or you can just use a traditional, you know, honestly, a lot of what I do is I have katiehunt.com, even though I have Pure Katie, I have a bunch of them. So I just put that in there because that's just what I feel like doing. You always want to make sure you put your name. You always want to make sure that there's different ones that I use. I have a bunch of different emails that you use a domain link. If you use a domain email, you'll get better open rates. So instead of using like a Gmail or something, you'll get better open rates if you set up a website email, right? Which is really, it's actually free to do inside of Gmail. You can set that up. So the list name, so we'll do 50K
You can do that.
iPass 2. $50K blueprint. Next step. You actually, when you're setting up new lists now with Aweber, you have to approve it with a, you have to approve it without, with a confirmation. So what you got to do is once you set up your list and you go to set up your list you go back to list options and you go to confirm opt-in, And then you want to make sure that you turn off the double opt-in there. Boom. I do make sure that I go back to my basic settings, and I want to make sure that I have this. I want to see what kind of I want people. I want to see my lead lists that come into my. I don't think we're good there. Okay, boom. So this one's done. So what now? I want to make sure that this is connected to, because I want this list to just be for that capture page, right? So now I want to go back to and set up the correct one. So let's change my opt-in. Well, shoot, sorry. Wait. Change my integration settings. I'm going to want to reload it because, oh, shoot. You know what I forgot? Never mind. I have to create a sign-up form. In order for there to be a an actual list inside of lead pages, you have to create the sign-up form. So I'm going to choose popular, load. Okay, now remember, this capture page only has the email, right? So you got to make sure, I'm going to resize that. You got to get rid of the name. You want to make sure that that's just an email, because if you still have the name there, then you won't be able to collect that email. Well, actually, it will automatically change inside of. It'll change inside of, like what it'll do, it'll automatically populate the name right here, name and email. That's what it does. So, okay, so how are we going to connect this page to go to iPass? All right, we're going to copy this link. We're going to choose custom. We are going to paste this link to that, and we're going to save it. Oh, let's say 50K a month. Save it. Okay, boom, done. I don't need to worry about this. I'll go back to my, I need to reload it again so it finds it. Come on. So I am recording this so you can use this for future reference. You know, you can just send people straight there. So then you got to find the list. So what did I call that? 50K a month right here. Boom. And now it's connected to the correct list. And there you go. I guess the one thing that I didn't think about was, you know, the whole get response thing. I guess we got to connect that to the get response. I just did all that for no freaking reason anyways. Good Lord. Yeah, I know you can do that, Gail. Okay, but that's it, guys. I mean, that's, you know, so when I'm putting together different things, or then I also leverage, you know, I look to see if any of the leaders have had a recent hangout. I mean, I leverage leaders and their stories like crazy. It's insane, right? because you don't need to be the one that has the story. You create your story by marketing other people's stories. You will make the most money online just by marketing stories. You won't make any money by only people who really, really, really understand traffic. Like, you know, a lot of people get this idea in their head that, oh, I'm just going to drive traffic. I'm going to start getting these sales. It's not the way it works. I see people put 10, 20 grand in the traffic. I've made so many mistakes thinking like that, right? And it just doesn't work that way. What does work is testing, tweaking, and just being consistent with, you know, telling stories or posting on Facebook or whatever it is, and just following up with your lead list. That's what's going to grow your business. Okay, that's what's going to grow your business.
This is for emails, but a little bit of it could come into play here. Did you see the video, the over-the-shoulder video in the black section of iPass that Mike Hobbs did?
No, but I did see the email for it.
Paul Hutchins did a good job of taking the 12 steps out of the Empower product and using it in an email. And it was a good setup. It's a good exercise. It's a good thing to have printed out so that when you're writing your emails to follow up with leads, and I guess that's why I'm sharing it now, because our goal here is to capture leads. It's a good exercise of how to write for each of those steps and to construct your email. So I just want to add that. It's under the iPass training under the black tab, and you'll be able to look at the list. It's not the last training. You'll have to go in and look at the list, and I think it's 2 back or 3 back from the last training. But it definitely was worth my time to watch the video.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that. I did see that email. I just couldn't jump on at that time. I know when Mike Hobbs does stuff, he does things very on purpose, and he's very step by step, right, with everything that he does, and he's very easy to follow. He really is. He's very easy to follow, and he's very thorough with also too of making sure that everybody understands. He's very good at that. That's his personality type. Not mine. I'm like, come on, let's go.
So I didn't continue with the whole video, but I watched it long enough to get the email section out of it.
Yeah, cool. I need to go back and watch that then. I know I did do the Aweber part on this video. I think that's irrelevant because as I finished that, I'm like, duh, we have to use GetResponse. Because the GetResponse has the follow-up system, which is simple to do. Now all you gotta do is just set it up in GetResponse. But you know, because I have my GetResponse attached to my lead pages. I haven't attached it to an iPass link yet, but I will do that. And I guess you know I'll do it, and then I'll do a video on it so we have access to at least that video and point people to it if they're struggling at all. You know, setting it up. Because they're setting up their GetResponse inside of the iPass, but if they're doing another capture page on top of it with lead pages, then they need to know how to do that. So, so that's what that's what I spent a lot of time doing, and then you know I attach it to a domain link, you know, some kind of GoDaddy link. And then I do all my other posting, you know, inside of Instagram. And Instagram, I more keep it, and Twitter, I more keep it motivational. You know, I don't really post links with it. I just want to attract, you know, I don't want to be slamming. Everybody and their mama slamming a freaking link in front of you. Yeah. So I don't want to do that. So, but I encourage you all to, you know, if you really want to collect some leads, to get your own capture pages out there, because that's really where, especially when you build that bridge, like, you know, for example, you know, you can go back to the process map of capture page, bridge page, which is what kind of bridge page could I build or could you build? Well, for example, I could build a bridge page on how this system has helped me over the last couple of years, right? And kind of tell my story, right? And then I can introduce the $50,000 a month formula from one of my business partners or one of my mentors, right? And then boom, it goes right into that. That's the bridge page, right? And so what would Katie do? Okay, Katie would put the capture page together. Then I would build the bridge page so you can go. So what kind of page would you need to use inside of Lead Pages? Well, you would need to use a video sales page without an opt-in. Remember, because they already opt in. Or you can eliminate the capture page and you can make the bridge page and the capture page one and the same, right? Where you have your video, which is the bridge page, but then they click on it and what pops up, right? They got to put in their email to go to the next step. So you can either do that, or in my opinion, you can do that with more lukewarm market instead of cold market. If you're going to do cold market, like driving traffic solos or anything like that, or places where people don't know you, then I would use the capture page, bridge page, then the iPass to, Chris Jones or Adam video. Just like we did with Empower Network, right? Just like we did with Dave Wood. This is no different. But in order for you all to get some consistent, if you really want to get consistent traffic here, okay, like for example, probably the best shining example is Lisa Torres. I love the stuff that she does. She's awesome. She cracks me up. And she's very, she's very into her craft. So like all she does is build sales funnels all day long. And basically what she's doing is she targets a lot of different markets, and she's always building capture page, bridge page, sales page, join page. And what is she doing with that bridge page? She's constantly changing out that bridge page to be value. So she'll talk about, something that's gotten her a really great result, right? Because she's gotten really good results. So it started with her story, right? Or telling someone else's story in that bridge page to edify Chris Jones or to edify Adam or to edify Dave Wood, right? All you're doing is you're creating the edification. So what are you doing? You're building the bridge. That's all you're doing, right? People opted into your capture page, so they want to see you, and then you're building the bridge for them to see them, right? To see the professionals. And so what she does is that she's just constantly changing out her videos, her bridge page video. And she's making it congruent with her capture page. That's how she gets sales. And it's all based on what? Her message is all based on recruiting more people into your home business and value of how she's done it. That's it. I know that some of you guys know bits and pieces of that. I know some of you all know that in general. Some of you are still working on how to build a capture page, right? We're all in different places. But ultimately, that is what is going to get you traffic, it's going to get you leads, and it's going to get you sales. Where are you going to get the sales? You could get them on the spot, which would be awesome. But most likely you're going to get the sales through the follow-up process, which is what? Email, right? That's the name of the game. And you just got to be consistent with it, right? You just got to be consistent with it. And I know for me, I go in spurts where I'm just like, I'm like, I'd rather just pick up the phone sometimes. I still do that a lot. Because it's just, for me, that's a skill set that I've developed that still works. I'm doing it with this other opportunity because it's free advertising for me. And I'm able to duplicate a little bit faster. But online is different. It's a craft. It's an art. It's a, you either got to do whatever it takes to learn this, to learn how to automate, to learn how to get a system in place, or quit in general. Do not hang on with a thread. And why do I say this? Because you are asking for slow suicide.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. You're asking to like literally put suicide, that's a terrible word. I shouldn't even use that word. But it's the truth. You will frustrate yourself until you just say, I'm going to do the shittiest capture page. I'm going to do the shittiest bridge page. And I'm just going to edify onto the professional side of it and let it go to Chris and just see what happens. That's exactly what I did. I was so intimidated by the process when I first started learning this. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And now it's not that really big of a deal. Now I'm like, now what do I know? Okay, so these skill sets taught me to do what to cash in, $3,000, which thank goodness, because I needed that really quickly with this other opportunity. What did I do? Capture page, bridge page, video, join page, hangout page. Here, watch this.
And,
Join. They joined. And email. Right?
yeah. You know what's so funny? If I can share a quick story.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
talked to a lady today who was an Empower, quit Empower. She spent tens of thousands of dollars changing this mentor, that mentor, trying to figure out what she needs to get her business off the ground. And I'm sitting there getting frustrated going, number one, you were in the right place once and you walked away. Because you didn't take action, you didn't go through the products, you didn't learn the process. Second, you're going to pay again for something that I can tell you the sequence in probably 5 minutes of what you need to do. And you just either need to decide if you're going to hire someone to do it because you're too stubborn to learn it, or you're going to take the time and commit and close the door and just do one. And it was opt-in page, bridge page, the sales page, an upsell or a downsell in this case because of what she's trying to sell. It's a no-brainer, and an autoresponder.
Right, and people freak out about
You can
that.
do the capture page without a website if you really have to.
Right, and ultimately, you don't even need that. You can just use the blog.
Yeah.
And attach your autoresponder to the blog, and that's it. You get a customized blog and just send people to the blog. You can still build your list that way. And that was the concept to this, right? And I know people struggle with that. Why? Because not everybody understands marketing. Not like someone who's been online. They're like, oh yeah, I get that. Like, Emily, she saw the blogging. She's been blogging since 2006 or however long she's been blogging, or longer than that. And she was like, oh yeah, boom, I get it, right? Not everybody's there, right? When they're coming in and learning from scratch, but they want to learn it. So the fight becomes, I want to make money. How are you going to make money right away? Honestly, if you don't know how to market and you come to this as a newbie, you got to pick up the freaking phone.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And then, but what do you got to do? Just put them in front of the video. That's what I did with Empower. 2 things when I came in. Number 1, I picked up the phone and said, you got to watch this video. Number 2, I did a video and said, I'm going to be working from home. I know that you guys know I've been working from home. I'm sure, for a long time, but now I'm going to work in front of the computer. If you know anybody that wants to work in front of the computer, have them watch this video. I would so appreciate it. Love you. I'll catch up with you all. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye. That was my video. And I sent it out to my personal friends and family. And do you know I had a lot of people join from that? I did.
Not surprised.
Yeah, that's all I said. I still do that. Hey, how are you doing? How's the family? How are the kids? Good to hear from you. Hey, you got to watch this video right now. What are you doing? Get in front of your computer. Okay, you there? All right, cool. Watch this. Call me back in 60 minutes. I do that all the time. All the time.
That's awesome.
And but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I know what people struggle with is like they want to learn how not to contact their friends and family and how, to stay away and learn all okay, you can learn that and you will learn that here. You will learn how to do that. But you will work your ass off. You will spend a lot of time and a lot of money to learn how to do it. So,
And most importantly, it's not going to happen overnight.
no. So you're either in it for the long haul to learn how to market online, and there was and I'll end with this because I know we gotta get going. It's 9:30. Oh God, what's his name? I follow him. I don't know. He just had a couple of tips and stuff, and he was just like, if I were to give advice, and he's made millions of dollars. He's like, what do you say? Oh, he first off, he's like, don't lie, never lie about what you do online or what you've done or anything like that or your money or whatever. Shoot, what was the other thing he said? Oh, I'm having a brain fart. Gosh darn it, I hate that. But, oh yeah, no, he's like, if you're gonna do this, master a craft. He's like, you gotta go all the way. You can't go halfway. On the internet, you cannot go halfway. You've got to master at least one thing that everybody wants to learn about. Or you're not going to profit the way you really want to. It's just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. So that's something that you got to be committed to. But let me tell you something. Do I believe when people go to learn an internet marketing skill are in the right place? Heck, yes. I do. I truly believe in these skill sets. I couldn't imagine, like now I don't have to pick up the phone and call friends and family. But I will tell you, I have been with this other opportunity because it's been huge. And I have a lot of people that, that are joining because it's a huge opportunity. It's really, really big. In my opinion, it's bigger than Empower Network will ever be. As much as I love Empower is huge. But e-commerce is bigger. You don't have to change someone's buying habits. Oh my gosh. You just make a percentage of what they shop online. Hello. That's insane. But anyway. Okay, so are we good? Are you guys ready to, if you're going to market the iPass, you're going to have to put up your own capture page. That's just it. You're going to have to put up your own capture page because you've got to be different. And we can continue to talk about this, right? Every week, like if you guys want to put it together and you want me to look at it and we want to tweak it or whatever we want to do, I can do that if you guys want to do that.
Yeah.
But you got to be
That sounds like
committed. You got to be committed to getting it out there. You do. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to throw up a capture page, but I'm not going to market it. You got to actually do it. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to do that, we'll do that. And then as they're going through the transition with the blog and, I don't want to go through that process. I'll let them do all that. And then when it's done, we can go back to the basics with blogging and video and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
I think it would be good because it's the one skill that's going to get you money in the bank.
It really is. Collecting emails.
So let's learn that skill and get it fine-tuned while we're waiting for the blog to change.
Look at who's mastered it. Michelangelo. He's a prime example. The guy's a master of just collecting emails. And he's a master of teaching the science of how to collect an email. And then he's a master of the whole follow-up process. Right? He's brilliant with that stuff. And that's what people go to him for, right? So, anyway. All right, well, if you guys are good, I'm going to pop off here.
Good to see everybody again.
Yeah, yeah, it was good to see everybody.
Y'all too.
So, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this.